in economic downturn, in difficult or slow economic times, and this is my fourth recession in my fundraising career, and they always come out, and it will come out of this. And nonprofits survive and get stronger, or they go away. And there's something that really is balancing about this kind of an environment. But the nonprofits that won't survive are the ones in which they become paralyzed and they stop asking. There's a lot of reasons why you might stop asking. One of the primary reasons is that you're overthinking for your donor. You're making decisions for your donor before the donor has the opportunity to make the decision.
We shouldn't assume things. I mean, if a donor says, not right now, honor that. But other than that, I mean, why make the assumption? You can go in and do you don't even have to do an ask. Have the conversation, find out whether or not it's a good time, or, sort of feel out where donors are at. But I think not making the ask out of fear or out of, sort of guarded assumptions is a really dangerous route to go down, because who knows what you're leaving on the table or what you're not getting because you didn't ask or you refused to put yourself in that uncomfortable, vulnerable position.
We think, well, 5,000 people just got laid off here across the street, so we better not ask. It's just not the environment in which you should ask. I actually had someone come to me right in the midst of a major breaking news about a large institution laying off a lot of people, and the stock market tumbling and so forth. And the donor said to me, I'm not invested this way. My wealth is basically managed in other ways. So what's going on doesn't affect me. In fact, I have some cash that I need to place. And so open the door to an ask. You also look at your profile of the donor, and you find that older donors have invested conservatively for many years and are probably not leveraged out multiple times, so they're not being affected as negatively, and they still want to support the things that are important to them.
And the other thing to add to it is you could be making an assumption, but then on the other side of it is the people that you're serving, the people who are counting on you. And we've seen a huge increase in needs for very basic financial assistance as a result of this economy. And so how can I hold off from broaching that question when there are people depending on us now more than ever to provide that support? And again, as you said, Jillian, that we may be told it's not the right time, but how much does that demonstrate our commitment to our mission if we are bold and ask them to do something on behalf of the people that we serve? So there's a responsibility there as well to push to get those answers. And again, it's part of believing that the donors can do something with a very high impact, and that you want to invite them to have that opportunity to do that. And so that's when that temptation arises. That's a really good check, is thinking of people with MS who are counting on us to do that.
You also need to understand that the donors that you know a little bit about probably have something going on that you don't know about, and that there may be accumulated wealth beyond what you can find in your research. And so failing to ask is the thing that will make the difference. You need to continue to think about, again, going back to what's important to people and what are you doing and how do you make that connection so that you can achieve this thing together.